Panic at the Disco.
It is. That's correct. It's Poundcake's favorite punk band.
I recognize that voice anywhere.
Yeah,
Have you heard? Yeah, because it sounds like Fall Out Boy. Have you heard this new song?
No.
Local God, brand new Panic at the Disco.
No.
Are you going to go to this tour?
Probably not.
Doing the VMAs?
So?
I would imagine that you'd like to watch your favorite punk band on television.
Unless he gets shirtless, I really don't care.
Well, I don't know if he's going to take his shirt off, but the new album is coming out in a matter of days. Viva Las Vengeance.
Ooh, I get it.
Yeah. Boy, he must have heard Fall Out Boy and thought, I can do that.
They don't really sound that similar.
He sounds exactly like Patrick Stump.
That song,
the music
that
sounds
song
different.
does.
His voice sounds exactly like Patrick Stump. That's why it's so recognizable.
But they have two different styles, though. Panic at the Disco is...
I'm just talking about his voice. I don't mean I'm not talking about the bands.
But
his voice.
it
He heard Patrick Stump and goes, I can do that.
Well, they are close friends, but it depends on what style of music that they're doing. Like, there is a song called 9 in the Afternoon where, yes, he sounds like Fall Out Boy.
That's like that might be why I liked Panic at the Disco
That's what I'm saying.
so much, because I was into Fall Out Boy first.
I'm not even talking about the music,
Yes,
just his voice.
But there have been some songs earlier, like I Write Cincinnati Tragedies. He doesn't sound like Fall Out
The
Boy
first
at all.
album, no, and that's my favorite Panic at the Disco album is A Fever You
he
Can't
does.
Sweat Out. That first album, he does not sound as copycatty.
I don't even mean copycatty. I mean, he heard it and was like, that's a good sound. That's what my voice sounds like.
Okay.
It's all going to work out. Hold on.
And I can't help but to hear. No, I can't help but to hear in exchanging of words.
He sounds exactly like Patrick
Now
Stump.
play a Fall Out Boy song. They don't sound the same.
I don't
that
think
similar.
they sound the same.
I'm just going to say, I don't really like this segment. I'm not a huge fan of either of these bands.
Bill, you don't want to go down the rabbit hole on Yuri v. Stump?
Hey, you guys do what you got to do. I'm just putting my...
Your 2 cents worth?
Yeah, I don't know.
Fall Out Boy is a bucket list band for me to see.
Oh, boy.
What?
You need a different bucket.
You don't know about my bucket.
Man, I met them before they were blew up. My friend was friends with the drummer, and they were opening for a band called Mest.
Oh, God.
Do you remember Mest?
I've never heard of Mest.
Yeah. And they got they were good. They were blowing up at that time, so more people were there to see them than Mest.
Yeah, they do not sound similar.
I mean, when he really gets
It's
going.
the exact same.
Shut up, Bill. You already cast your lot in the I don't care bucket.
No.
When he gets singing. God, he sounds exactly. They sound
Love
exact.
Fall Out Boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, I
Listen,
love them.
nothing wrong with it, right?
I'm going to listen to them on the way home.
You should.
I've been listening to some Blink-182 the past couple days, and I listened to that live album that they released in 99 or 2000, and I thought it was the funniest stage banter back then.
yeah.
Didn't even know they ever did a live album.
Yeah. It's the stage banter is so it's just you're gay, he's gay, take off your pants. Dogs lick peanut butter, and I thought that was the funniest stuff.
you
And
were
watching
14.
again,
Yeah, that's how they.
and it holds up. Now I was 18.
Fortunately, that's still what the Bloodhound Gang does. So if you're into that
Who's
kind
the
of stuff,
Bloodhound Gang?
the Bloodhound Gang.
That's when they're in Pittsburgh. That's what they're called.
You guys get the Bloodhound Gang show?
Bloodhound Gang.
Oh my God! I saw them at Warped Tour. They were out there with Pennywise and Blink-182. You thought the enema struck back then? Oh God! By the way, somebody told me in the break that Anne Heche was supposed to do the Steel City Comic-Con this weekend. I don't know what for though. She in a nerd show?
I don't know.
Anne Heche?
Was she in a Star Trek or something?
Yeah, I don't
she
know.
Have a weird arc. In
Steel City.
one of those?
They have a killer lineup though. If you're out in Pittsburgh and you're going to Steel City Comic-Con, John Carpenter, Zachary Levi, Bill Goldberg, Alicia Silverstone, Danny Trejo, Ric Flair, Soup Nazi, Wayne Knight.
I mean, sometimes they just get people that have long careers, and she's had a pretty long career. I mean,
They just get that?
yeah, it doesn't have to be a nerd thing. People will pay to take the picture with them, then they'll show up.
I wonder how you get on their radar. Your people go, hey, let's put you on some cons and see what happens?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Well, anyway, I don't think she's going to be there since she
maybe.
is in a medically induced coma. as I understand it.
She was in Volcano.
Yeah.
Does
Bronson
that have a-
Pinchot and Mark Lynn Baker will both be there. Do you remember the show they were on?
Bronson Johnson.
Netflix just rebooted it.
Action Johnson.
Bronson Johnson.
Bronson Johnson. Action Bronson Pinchot is the cooking show. It's called Stranger Things. Perfect Strangers Things is what it was called. Over
Then
there.
I got on the bus, and they found your father to move in. But he said, no, you have to go to the big city of Chicago to find my son. That's you.
Look, I can't just turn you out into the cold.
Don't worry about me. I know where I'm going.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
I'm feeling strange.
No, it's okay. Cousin, this is no time to place blame. Sure, we're no longer tethered to Mother Earth, but we're communing with Father Sky.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy that as much as I did before. Anywho, those guys are going to be there, and you know.
Cousin Larry.
Cousin Laddie. Blink-182 live album definitely holds up. Dog semen is full of calories. I guess that's the standout
Ew.
line for those guys. Yeah,
The performance is good. I like the performance. They sound good.
yeah. That was with after Travis Barker joined.
Yeah, Travis was
Not the first
with them.
dude?
Yeah. This is right after Enema of the State came out.
Okay,
Enema of the State.
Yeah.
that was the joke. It was Enema of the State.
That's so funny.
You never listened to Enema of the State? It was the one with Janine Lindemiller on the cover, I think.
No.
Yeah, it was. And then the next album after that was Take Off Your Pants and Jacket.
I didn't know. All these bands are so clever.
There's one band and it's not that clever.
Take off your pants and jacket. So
This is all
pervy.
new to him.
I know.
Let's see Panic at the Disco do that. Come up with a punny album title.
They come up with punny names.
Oh, wait. Viva Las Vengeance. I mean, it's no take off your pants and jacket, but
They had a. Wait, no, what was the name of the song? Lying is the most fun you could ever have without taking your clothes off.
That's not a pun.
I know, it was just a stupid song.
too long of a song title.
See,
God.
that was a Fall Out Boy thing too.
I know,
They
these
said-
long
yeah.
song titles. Guys, come on. Just call it number 1, number 2, number 3.
You are boring.
But it's better if you do.
boring.
It's not tragedy.
Nobody cares what the song title is. They care what the lyrics are. They care what you're doing on stage. Hey, this one's called La Da Blah Blah. They're like, who cares? Play the song.
I'll never forgive him for passing me up on the red carpet.
Forgive who?
Brendan Urie.
Do you think that
You
keeps
won't
him up
even
at night?
go buy a ticket to a show.
Yeah, I was on the red carpet. I was
Doesn't
interviewing.
matter. You don't care about him.
That's why he's not coming to Cleveland. You want to
of
go on this
you.
tour, you got to go to Detroit, Columbus, Toronto, not coming here. Why?
Cody.
Panic at the Disco fans, you
blame
can
it on me.
thank not so helpful Brown back there behind the glass. And he's only got a few more days of being behind the glass. Our first show downtown is next Tuesday. So enjoy the glass.
How many shows is that?
It's no way to tell. But the point is, we have 4 more shows in this
4 more
studio.
shows.
4 more shows. People have been asking me if I'm going to trash the studio.
Dude, let's do it.
I don't
Let's start
own this.
throwing things out
Okay,
the window.
here we go. And we're done.
We do that 4 hours every
Yeah.
single day. No, I will remove everything that I've purchased. But other than that, no, I'm not going to trash. I have. This studio has been very good to me.
Let's
I hold
spray paint it.
no ill will toward the studio. What?
Cox was here. LOL.
LOL, I was here. Why would I put LOL?
To get it?
But if I was here, why would I be laughing out loud about it? Not silently chuckling to myself.
Maniacally. Make a note.
No, everybody else says LOL. I sign mine SCTM, silently chuckling to myself. And people get it. They get it.
No one gets
Mary,
that.
they get it.
No one gets that.
Yeah, they do. They
say,
go, hey, want to come
"Scrotum?
over for dinner? SCTM, scrotum. No one keeps texting me about his scrotum. It's making me really uncomfortable.
Is there an HR or do we still not have one of those?
Joe from Philly sending me pictures of his friend's
Yeah, it was
wife.
his scrotum.
Alan's texting me about his scrotum. I got to change my number.
This is your father speaking from the Alexa. I would like to be on the blacklist.
Oh, this son of a bitch. You know what? This person who is trying to fool me by pretending to be my
So
dead
it's
father.
not your dad.
It's not my dad.
Okay, I thought it was. I thought that's why you kept playing it.
It took me a couple of times to realize that it wasn't him because it sounded just like him.
Hello, this is your father speaking from the Alexa.
You know what I had to do is I had to take that and compare it with an audio file of my father's actual voice. Lo and behold, not the same. So this guy's trying to pull the wool over my eyes. I was not SCTM over that. I'll tell you that much. So no, that's not my father. I was all hopeful. This is what I get for being hopeful. I was all hopeful when people started talking about, oh, they might be able to synthesize dead relatives' voices and you can hear them through the Alexa. But I had the wool pulled over my eyes, but no longer. That's what I get for being optimistic. That's what I get for believing in all this otherworldly claptrap, Mary. I tried stepping on your side, and look what happened. This guy pretending to be my late great father coming through my Alexa.
You don't even have an Alexa in here.
Huh?
What?
You don't know that I don't have an Alexa in here.
It's always listening.
Mm-hmm. It's always listening. That's right. Listen, it's been a bad week. Bad couple of weeks, in fact, for people with depression. Because
it's been a bad. If you have depression, it's always a bad.
Well, I don't know how long you've had it.
Forever.
And given that hundreds of millions of people have been prescribed powerful medication over several decades for apparently no good reason, perhaps the collusion between Big Pharma and the American Psychiatric Association might finally be over, since they've come to the conclusion that depression is not a chemical imbalance. So all these people holding prescriptions, they have to figure out what's next, because a lot of people have made a lot of money prescribing a lot of things for a long, long time for depression, and they find no evidence that depression is caused by a chemical imbalance or low serotonin levels.
I lived with that scam for 4 months when I was on that medication, and I was like, no boners for me. Nope, got to get off this. I'd rather deal with one chemical imbalance than another.
I'm always fascinated by things that have been studied for a long time, how they don't come to these conclusions sooner.
They do. They just withhold information until they make enough. I don't even know what's enough, but
there's
they make a lot of money.
Never gonna be enough, is my point. So it's like, but these aren't.
Someone probably was gonna blow the whistle, so they were like, "All right, jig us up." I don't know.
Blow the whistle.
Yeah, maybe they were gonna say there's no chemical imbalance. Someone was going to come out and say that, or someone discovered it.
Yeah, but Big Pharma throws billions of dollars at things like that. I mean, they make a lot of money. So the results of this have called into question just what exactly antidepressant medications and prescriptions do.
Well, they're supposed to. Well, I'm on an anti-anxiety medication, but from everything I understand, they're supposed to reroute neural pathways in your brain. But if that's not the problem...
Yeah, they said that there's no mechanism by which antidepressants affect depression symptoms.
So why they make you feel better? It can't all be the placebo effect.
I'm telling you, man, I don't think I ever felt better. Like, I didn't like, when I was on that medication.
You also might not have been on the right medication for you.
Yeah, but you also have to cast your mind back, if you're old enough, to remember that the phrase chemical imbalance didn't even really start to be in the vernacular until they started prescribing drugs.
I don't know. Maybe they didn't know about it.
It was the tail wagging the dog.
It would just make me mad that I couldn't cry. Like, I wanted to cry because I was depressed, and I couldn't. I physically could not make the tears.
It's like paradise. Why would you want to cry?
Because that is a way of me releasing that emotion. I don't really vent. I don't really tell people my problems outside of the show. Like, I don't like to burden people. People come to me with their problems for whatever reason, and I try to give them the best advice I possibly can, or just be all ears. So me crying is just a way of me releasing that.
What's something you would cry about? Like, give us an example.
I think if I wasn't myself, I wouldn't like myself, or I wouldn't be friends with someone like me.
Wait, what?
If he met
So you would cry.
If he met someone who was exactly like him, he wouldn't like them, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
And you cry about that.
You want to run into your own arms.
Well, what he's saying essentially is that he doesn't like who he is as a person.
None of us like who we are as people. I'm not crying
Hold
about
on,
it.
hold on.
Yeah, hold
I don't
on.
like who he is as a person either. Don't gloss over that one.
I'm not crying about it. Living my life.
I like who I am as a person.
I like
Please.
who I am, too. There's things I'm working on changing, but
Not me. I'm perfect.
it's one way to do
I'm
it.
finished.
finished.
One way to do it.
I've done all the work that I need to do, and I am done.
Coasting.
I've accepted the flaws, and I'm moving forward.
There you go.
And so have you found, what were you able to find that would help you cry?
Getting off that medication, and then I was able to cry again.
Well, that was my
you
issue.
cried before you were on the medication.
I cried before I was on the medication, and that was why, like that. This was all in my mental breakdown phase of. This was when I had the tinnitus in my ear. COVID was going on, so I was self-isolating. I was really like at home.
No, I
alone
get
with my
all that
thoughts.
during COVID and the tinnitus and all that. I fully understand all that.
So,
but that wasn't a chemical imbalance.
I didn't say it was.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying, so I was crying all by myself in my room, and my mom was like, "I'm going like days, weeks without speaking to you. You're scaring me." And so I started crying to her over the phone one time, and she's like, "Oh no," she's like, "You're getting on medication." And so when I got on that medication. I'm not saying it was a chemical imbalance. But
So a couple of seconds of her son pouring out his heart, and she goes, "You got to
I can't take this.
You got to get on a pill.
Yeah,
You got to get on a pill.
She-
I can't handle any more of this."
It took some convincing because she didn't just do it because I was like, I'm not listening to you. Like you think a pill is a magic bullet for everything. So then my brother,
Nobody wants to see that. We'll get the stickers.
my brother was then co-signing, and then she called my cousin, and my cousin was co-signing. I'm like, fine, I'll get on some medication. And I was like, but if I don't like it, I'm stopping because I don't want to get dependent on it.
But that's also okay.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's not how medication works. I've had this conversation with multiple people in my life where it's like you can't just take it for a month or two.
But I didn't take it for a month or two. I don't know how long that period was. How long was that
It was like
period?
4
man?
months, you said, I think.
Right. I know. But
but aren't they also? But aren't they also intended to just flatline you?
No.
Like you're not crying, but you're not laughing either. I thought
No.
that was the point.
They are meant to even you out so your highs aren't so high and your lows aren't so low if that's what you need fixed.
Yeah, middle you out.
Yeah, but I mean, I still have great days and bad days, and I'm on the same medication he's talking about.
You guys are on the same one?
I've been on it
Word.
for...
Can you get boners?
I can, actually. My sex life has never been better.
Yeah, no.
Thanks, Lexapro.
I couldn't cry. I was trying to like push. I was like push.
I didn't
push
cry
some
for
you
like
tears
couldn't
the
out.
get any
first 2
liquids
months.
out.
Oh, it's all blocked up. Dehydrated.
Yeah, I couldn't push any tears out. I'm like, come on, give me a tear. I'm sad. And it was like nothing.
That was one of the things I didn't like about it at first either. And I talked to my doctor about it after,
me
like,
mad.
you have your 6-week checkup or whatever. And I was like, yo, I haven't cried. And I don't think I've ever gone 6 weeks in my whole life without crying.
6 hours.
Right.
Yeah, no. So I couldn't cry, couldn't finish. So I'm like, I'm just not going to get anything done.
The only time I cry is when I'm watching. Like, I don't cry about my life.
What do you watch that makes you cry if you don't cry about your
Oh,
life?
yes. It's random. It's a cell phone commercial, right?
It's just usually if it's like a movie and there's like a parent moment. What's the one that got me lately was
Well, Parent Trap.
not Parent Trap. Love on the Spectrum. That one got me.
Oh, yeah?
Because whenever their parents so happy that their kids like going on a date or something like that, and they see the progress, like that stuff destroys me.
Huh. Oh, I got a text from our own Corey Roddick, by the way. He said, I feel like I need to weigh in on this. I am heartbroken to leave the studio.
Oh.
It's the most familiar place in my entire life.
He spent 20
You'll
years
take
here.
your items, he says, but I'll be leaving my soul.
Corey.
Dude,
Right? This is
write
ground
this
zero
down.
for
This
him.
is a good song.
Right.
Good thing you're on those Lexapro.
I agree. You know, I saw Carmen Angelo in the hallway leaving yesterday, and I was like, "Are you excited for the new digs?" And he was like, "No." He said it just like that. I was like,
yeah, down at WTA.
Yeah,
I
I was-
change.
Well, I was like, "Why?" He's just like,
Because they got to learn new equipment. He's being crusty about that.
He was like,
They got to like hand crank their equipment back at TAM. He should be beside himself to be downtown.
He was like, "This is the only place I've ever known. I've been here 20 years, or at this place 20 years." I was like, Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been here 12. What's the difference between 12 and 20? Who cares? You're coming to the same place. I'm just saying, you're coming to the same. If you come to the same place for work more than a year, like, who cares how long you've been, you know?
I don't know. But
Well, they can stay here then.
He said, no. He's being crusty. I'm going to see him in the hallway. Carmen, you're just being crusty.
He is being crusty.
Come on, man. This newest change.
Well, it is funny, though, because they don't want it to look like anybody works there downtown. Because someday nobody will work there. So it's like, that, you know, there won't be that big of a stretch. But, well, Corey, listen. We, I don't know, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. We'll see you down there, and, you know, I'm happy about it. Because the goddamn ghost ship out here. Literally, somebody propped our front doors open.
They sure did.
And a pizza guy walks in, and he goes, "Is there a Dan here?" And I go, "No."
I should have just said, "Yeah, that's me," and taken the
Well,
pizza.
no, because he had already gone to I go, "Maybe T-Mobile." He goes, "No, I already went over there. They said there wasn't there. It just says 4th floor, Dan." And I go, so I walk him down.
What kind of pizza was it?
Ramitos?
That could have been ours.
There's no Dan here.
So what?
I walked down. Somebody called and wrote Dan and ordered a pizza.
Did you find out who Dan was?
No, I walked down to TAM. It's literally this morning. The only people who are here are me and Ray Davis.
Wait, they ordered a pizza like 10 in the morning?
It was an early pizza. I go, "Do you have a Dan?" I know there's no Dan at TAM. I go, "Do you have?" I'm trying to help the guy.
Yeah.
"Do you have a Dan?" He goes, "No." I don't know what happened. I go, "Well, I don't know." It says Dan and 4th floor. I'm like,
It was already paid for. I'd have been Dan for that pizza.
I'm not trying to take Dan's pizza.
Dan doesn't exist.
Dan exists on that Romito's delivery slip. I didn't want to jam the guy up. I didn't want to, you know, because guess what? This Dan didn't have any tip money on him. So, hey, give me that pizza.
You have Venmo?
Yeah, I delivered it. Dan is a terrible tipper. He stiffed me.
Yeah, it's not coming back on you anyway. He thinks you're Dan.
Yeah, but I don't want to jam up the real Dan. Maybe he orders from them all the time.
Then he would know where he works.
Dan would know where to go.
This is a different delivery guy. This guy's coming up here. Dan knows what's going on, but this guy could be brand new at the place. I don't know. That's what I get for trying to help. That's what we get, though, for being a free-for-all here now.
Yeah.
The doors are wide open. Just shower curtains and extension cords all over this place. I'm like, we've got to get out of here.
Closet doors off the hinges.
Oh, my God. People think we're joking.
The paint is peeling off the wall.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, let me break here. I will have these Guar tickets for you after the break. They're doing the House of Blues on September the 15th. If you've seen Guar, I don't have to sell